Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Hazen Barrel Craftworks here in the Hazen Barrel Homestead and our humble whiskey room. I'm the Alchemist. Monday, we talked a little bit how Bill Samuels took over his wife's kitchen to come up with his mash bill. But do we ever give our wives enough credit? I know that my wife deserves all the credit in the world for so much stuff. But do I give her enough credit? But Bill Samuels gave his wife credit. Because Marjorie Samuels, she actually came up with the name Maker's Mark. And not only did she come up with the name Maker's Mark, but she actually drew out his label design. And not only that, she came up with the signature wax dip that you see on the Maker's Mark bottles. So today we're going to stick with our Maker's Mark theme. And when I had my bottle of 46 French oak, I couldn't stop there. I had to have cast strength too. So is there a difference between the 90 plus proof 46 and the 110 proof cast strength? Well, let's find out today. And while I'm nosing this, and while we're giving our wives credit, I need to give my wife credit for every video that you see on Hazen Barrel Craftworks. She does all my videos. She posts all my videos. She puts everything on my social media for me because I'm pretty much a social media illiterate. So, cheers to my bride. She gets all the credit. I have to admit, there's I'd say maybe a touch more proof that you get on this, but even at 110, it's not too proofy. But I remember the cherry on the 46 from Monday, and I'm getting that cherry a little bit stronger. So maybe the proof brings the notes out a little bit heavier. And I am getting a fruity sweetness on this. And that fruity sweetness, I'm going to attribute to that soft red wheat that Bill Samuels went with for his mash bill. And I'll attribute some of that as well to perhaps the French oak staves that they used to finish this off. But that's nice. That cherry sweetness is really nice. I'm still getting cinnamon in this one. I remember cinnamon from Monday, but I'm getting more on this one. I'm getting more spice. I'd even call this like a clove, a hint of clove. And I get clove typically when I go something that's high rye. So it's confusing me a little bit when I go with something that's wheat. And I'm getting really nice barrel notes on this one. I like barrel. I like the sweetness. I like the cherry. Oh, and I like that. I like that oil on that one. And I like the 110 proof when I take a sip of this one. Really like the 110 proof when I take a sip of this one. It doesn't drink necessarily hot in any way, but I really like the added proof when I take a sip. To me, it puts the cast strength a step above of just the regular 46. And again, this is a very approachable bottle. It's still around that $50 mark. If I remember right, it's been a while since I bought this bottle. If I remember right, it's a little bit above that 46. But boy, is that nice. So to all y'all out there, make sure you give your wives, girlfriends, whoever, the credit they deserve, just like Marjorie got hers. And y'all know that I love to have you coming back. So please take it easy. Don't drink and drive. Cheers.